You know, the part about burnout velvet is I've always loved it. And it sometimes can look a little mature, but also a little trendy depending on how you wear it. And I don't know, there's just something about this. This one's by Singles, but how they do the details. There's just something about it. It's just, I love. It's comfortable, elegant. Hey, I think I'll wear it to that opening party over at the Hollywood and Highland. Hey, Oldecam, this is Not a Spring Chick with OFN with comments on the headlines of today. Oh yeah, you're doing the comments, right?
Right.
Japan detergent suicide sparks panic.
Well, yeah, I mean, some guy decided to commit suicide by mixing a whole bunch of chemicals together in his place and drove everybody in the building out.
Oh, U.S. airstrike kills Al-Qaeda boss in Somalia.
Well, that's what they're saying, but then they actually don't know for certain.
The number of Hispanics in the United States rose by 1.4 million over a year's time to 45.5 million as of last July.
See, within another decade, they will not be the minority, they will be the majority, and almost all of them illegal aliens.
Well, that's a way to tax the economy, isn't it?
That's right.
Prosecutors demand more witness protection money.
They're not going to get it. They can't afford police officers, so they're going to get money to protect people that no one knows about.
Quiet houses across the country hide pot growing operations.
Yeah, like that, you know, you go back to wild in the streets 40 years ago and they were growing pot in basements in suburbia.
Wait a minute, that's not that legal marijuana stuff?
No, this is the stuff that they're selling to kids in school.
Obama closing in on Clinton's advantage among superdelegates.
Yeah, I mean, like there's only like eight more states to go and he's still not there, which shows Hillary is in the lead no matter what the Democrats are saying.
Actually, they showed her leading by the delegates.
That's right.
Today.
Okay.
And that I'm sure didn't include Washington
If you know Michigan and Florida, if you include
Florida.
Michigan and Florida, she's killing him.
Aspirin seen cutting risk of type of breast cancer.
Yeah, well, aspirin seems to be a cure for everything, but it comes from the Amazon, and we're burning the Amazon down at record rates.
Aspirin comes from Amazon?
It's from the bark of a tree from the Amazon. I mean, you can grow it in rainforest, but we're also cutting the rainforest down to put stuff in for biofuel.
People of Lesbos take gay group to court over term lesbian.
Yeah, because they, you know, it's the name of their island, lesbian. You know, that's what lesbo means, so they're somewhat unhappy about that. Of course, it means girls that like girls, but...
Bush has paid a price for the mission accomplished banner.
Oh, they're trying to put that out now, which is ridiculous. There's no price to pay. He got excited and said the main battle was over, which is what he meant.
Voters say right has hurt Obama, but question how much.
Well, this morning Obama says that everyone is tired of hearing about it, and he has actually put out the demand that the press stop questioning him now, which means the press is going to, like sharks now, they're going to go after him even more. Because they figure he's got more to hide.
Yeah, do you think the press ever really listens to that?
Well, they love Obama, but he gave them something to go after.
Oh, AT&T launches TV service on new phones, rivaling Verizon.
Oh, I mean, that's got to be, I mean, you know, once again, who wants to see the A-team, or how about Lawrence of Arabia on this? Can you imagine? Somewhere in that little corner you would see Lawrence running across the sand.
The leaders of Pakistan's governing coalition are set to continue talks in Dubai on their pledge to restore judges sacked by President Pervez Musharraf.
Because it's becoming more and more an Islamic republic instead of a democracy with every day.
Hawaiian sovereignty seekers take over palace in Honolulu.
They don't seem to understand they're not going to get the kingdom back. You know, they lost it.
CIA chief says China's rapid military buildup troubling.
Well, yeah, they got 100 soldiers for every one we have. I mean, they could beat us simply on a ground battle.
DNA confirms IDs of Tsar's children, ending mystery.
Well, the problem is they won't tell you who did the DNA, exactly where it was gotten, and basically the Russian government wanted to put an end to the problem that there might be members still alive in the family, but there are members. Michael Romanoff, who used to own Romanoffs in Los Angeles when I was younger, was a direct descendant of the Tsar of Russia. So the family still exists no matter what the Russian government tried to do.
Army Secretary says Fort Bragg's barracks condition unacceptable.
It's virtually impossible for that to happen. For that to happen, it means the entire base at Fort Bragg must be one miserable place to be at.
McCain blames Minnesota bridge collapse on wasted money.
You know, they spent tons of money for the rehab of the bridge and obviously didn't bother to pay attention that parts of it were broken.
That what it seems like elementary. Iran condemns Clinton for threatening force.
Because they're afraid that because she's a woman, she might actually do it just to show how tough she is, like Margaret Thatcher.
Starbucks looks to international stores to fuel earnings.
They're tanking. They lost 28% of their worth in the last quarter because they've overbuilt and they can't afford coffee like that.
Costs, weaker economy drive Las Vegas Sands to first quarter net loss.
Yeah, but they keep charging outrageous prices for people to come, which is driving people out. They said they took a poll of 38,000 people going to Las Vegas and Atlantic City and said that they would rather go to Atlantic City now because the cost is better.
Ooh, that's not good for Las Vegas.
That's right.
Microsoft board still mulling next Yahoo move.
They're not going to go up, you know that. Microsoft doesn't go up. Microsoft cannibalizes.
FDA warns Merck to fix vaccine plant problems.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have got to the point where they had to warn anybody.
Studios not willing to accept contract demands by actors.
Yeah, they're wanting double everything plus a huge section of the internet. You know, it's not going to happen. Actors want to strike and they're going to get one.
Tour, which probably is what, June 1st?
That's right.
So enjoy your shows as they last right now.
But TV is going to continue. You'll have television, you just won't have new movies after a certain date being done.
Really?
After a split from the Screen Actors Guild and working on their own contract with them, they have no intention of having their people out of work for 3/4 of a year.
Well, that's good. So you'll still get your TV, just not movies.
That's right.
Tourism industry struggles to shrink environmental footprint.
It's a virtual impossibility.
Bloggers are buzzed about Miley Cyrus photo scandal.
Which means Miley Cyrus and the Cyrus family got exactly what they wanted.
Obama's danger is being perceived by white voters as representing a hostile, separate culture.
Well, yeah, they're beginning to think of him as Al Sharpton, in disguise, and they're just waiting for the other shoe to fall if he becomes president.
Microsoft said on Tuesday that it was delaying the availability of Windows XP Service Pack 3 and halting automatic updates to Vista Service Pack 1 because of problems with Microsoft Dynamics Retail Management System.
There's a little part of the organization that no one really knows much about except it's responsible for fixing the screw-ups to all the Microsoft systems.
A daily aspirin may give women modest protection against the most common type of breast cancer.
Yeah, that seems to work everywhere you can think of. Heart, breast cancer, everything.
Now, is that the full aspirin, or can you take the
No,
smaller
it would be the baby aspirin.
Okay. Federal appeals court threw out New York City's long-standing lawsuit against the gun industry on Wednesday.
Well, it's ridiculous. I mean, they're suing the manufacturer for something that somebody did with something that may be 100 years old.
Turnaround underway. GM is still bleeding cash.
And they're going to continue to bleed because the cars are too expensive and you couldn't afford them before, you sure can't afford them now.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain and the Animal Kingdom.
The one unique thing about a poll is that you can make the poll come out any way you want to make it come out by simply going to the right places that support the answers that you want to get.
Just like market research.